home of southern Sudan, a bloody civil war had broken out.
The northern Sudanese, who are Muslims, want to run the country according to Islamic law. And if you want to institute Islamic laws, you're pretty much kind of like dividing the country, based on religion.
The Arab people in the north have this mentality that they are the slave owners, they are the dominant people, and the other people are not of their interest.
The Dinkas had little chance against the superior forces of northern Sudan and were slaughtered by the thousands. But to Manute, the war seemed a distant threat.
At that point, he's been maybe in this country for like 5 years, you live in a good American life, you go out whenever you want, have something to eat. I mean, you get caught up in the way you live in this country, but the war just kept getting worse and worse.
Seeing their story one night on the news, Manute had a sudden call of conscience.
It was 1991. This is the first time I see Sudan on TV. And I saw it. And the Sudan government were killing my people. I say, no, this cannot be right. I have to do something, I decided to be a fighter.
He went to Sudan for the summer, and I think that really touched him.
I feel I make a lot of money. I should give it back to my people, because my people are dying.
I am not happy. When I came in, I was feeling really so bad because what I saw in my eyes is not what people told me. But I'd be happy to take this videotape back. I'm trying to convince people that our people need help.
Manute spoke across the United States, trying to raise awareness of his people's plight.
I have a good life, but these people are dying. I mean, somebody got to come up and do something. It's 10,000 people dying every day.
I go to the refugee camp and take a picture, and then I give it to the State Department. I thought to educate American people. The next threat going to be Islamic fundamentalists. You guys got to take care of these people now. They told us in the State Department that they have no interest in Africa.
This government allowed Osama bin Laden to come in, and after he was expelled from his own country in Saudi Arabia, he went to Sudan. He was welcomed, he was given safe haven, and as a matter of fact, from 91 to 96, that's when he really built up Al-Qaeda.
I went to Pentagon myself, and I told them, please, bin Laden have to be stopped. Nobody believe us. I feel like a fool.
Then, out of the blue, the Sudanese government invited Manute back to his homeland to take part in a peace negotiation. They even offered him a job as head of culture and sports. His friends and relatives warned him of the risks, but Manute pushed forward.
I was scared, but I got to do it,
As soon as Manute arrived in Sudan, the government seized his travel documents. The offers of a place within the government was withdrawn, and Manute was basically under house arrest.
Afraid that if he went to a government hospital he would be killed, Manute saw his health deteriorate.
I was held back there for 3 years. Bad arthritis. My hand, my hip, my knee. I was in bad shape.
Manute's friends and family flooded news organizations with the story of his plight. But the government wouldn't yield, and Manute grew desperate.
He felt that his condition at that point was hopeless and that he would probably never get out. He thought he would die in Sudan.
In a bold gamble, Manute simply boarded a plane and dared the government to stop him.
When Manute arrived at the Khartoum airport, He was detained for 2.5 hours and not allowed to get on the plane. And it wasn't until there were several BBC reporters there recording this that word came down from higher up that Manute was better out of their hair than creating an international incident at the airport.
Manute was finally back in America, but he was penniless, living with his family in a cramped house paid for by charity. But despite his own troubles, he knew one thing: his people still needed help.
The thought of 7'7" former NBA shot blocker Manute Bol as a jockey is absurd. Bol will become a spectacle as the world's tallest jockey.
Unable to play basketball, he earned money any way he could, trading on his past celebrity.
Manute Bol, who will be the tallest player in professional hockey history.
But as if he hadn't crossed enough hurdles, his greatest challenge was yet to come.
Former NBA center Manute Bol is fighting for his life tonight. Bol was a passenger in a car when it flipped over on a Connecticut highway. The cab driver was killed in the wreck. Bol was thrown from the car and suffered serious head injuries.
Manute's neck was broken, and he was near death, but he managed to hold on.
I was gonna say that, why me? You know, but I say no. God kept me alive. I didn't die. I am the lucky guy. It was a miracle. So I'm happy. And I feel like I'm gonna walk like everybody. I'm gonna do good. I'm trying now, you know, to get up. Don't hold me.
Okay.
Keep your hand off.
Keep your hands off.
Yeah, because I need to walk by myself.
I know.
I don't need anybody to help me out. I need to walk.
Corner. You want to
I
walk
need to
to the
walk.
stairs? Walk.
I'm not gonna fall no more.
Even now, as he struggles to walk, his thoughts are never far from home.
But if peace comes in Sudan, I will know that I did something good. I'm not gonna give up, you know. I'm gonna try and fight.
Ironically, this grandson of a Dinka chief who couldn't wait to get away from his people has lived up to the name given to him decades before. Special Blessing.